What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Sport Exposure Podcast. As you know, we're here to tell sport stories, sport experiences, and today we have a special guest, Travis Hyman, here to come tell his story. Former professional basketball player. You had a stint with the Lakers, Knicks overseas, and we'll get into all of that shortly. But as you know, Sport Exposure is all about exposing our sport stories, our experiences, the things that we've gone through to inspire the next generation of student athletes and really creating a safe space for student athletes, past, present, and future, so they know how to navigate the systems. So here at Sport Exposure, first and foremost, our motto is celebrating triumphs and learning from defeats.
Right.
So when you hear that in response to your sport journey, what comes to mind?
I feel like I did everything I was supposed to do. You get what I'm saying? Whatever was destined for me, I did it. Where I'm at, people say I went the furthest. I feel like I didn't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So by people saying, oh, you went here, you went there, you made it, I can't discourage them by saying, no, I didn't. Because at the end of the day, you probably want to get, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, all right, cool. Do you want to get there? Yeah, all right, well, this is what you do. You want to surpass me? This is what you do. You can, if this is what you do.
It's about leaving that blueprint.
Right.
So when you say you don't think that you went far enough, why you say that?
Because that end goal for everybody was the league. I didn't stick. Got there, did certain things, didn't stick. That's not enough for me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, other people, you made it, you went there, you seen people, you was along, rubbed shoulders with people. It's not enough for me. Same way you know them, you should know me. Not only because I'm from your area.
Right.
A person from Egypt should know who I am. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at things.
Perception, right?
So I'm just here for the help at this point.
And that's what we need. That's what our athletes need.
Yeah.
So as far as coming up, like, of course we all have league dreams. Like,
right.
When did you know that, dang, like this could happen? I can make this shape.
I'm gonna start all the way from the beginning.
Let's go. Let's get into it. That's all we're here.
I didn't really start playing ball seriously until I was almost 16. Made the high school team, didn't play that much. At one point, they only told me to pass the ball and lay the ball up.
Because you was a big man?
Not even that. I was some shit. But I also went from 6'1" to 6'8" in the summer. So
that's a hell of a growth spurt. Before
all that, I was getting expelled from school, fighting, hanging with people I wasn't supposed to hang with.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, I go from 6'1" to 6'8". They had me ball handling. Now it's put your back to the basket. I looked at coach in his eyes, you kiss my ass. I'm gonna keep dribbling this ball. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of worked in my favor. I went to Anne Arundel Community College. I almost averaged a triple-double. So I averaged like
that's tough.
12 points.
Averaging.
12 points, 13 rebounds, and like 8 or 9 blocks. So Bowie State came along and said, I'll give you a full ride. I said, all right, cool. Whatever options did I have? None, just that community college. I had not one offer, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I played a half a season at Anne Arundel Community College, and they gave me a full ride. So I said, what I got to pay for? You just got to show up. Cool. Showed up. All my credits didn't transfer. I had 2.5 years to play. So that first year that I was there, I redshirted. I didn't do nothing. Just practice with the team. And I guess just practicing with the team elevated me because I was real raw. I didn't have no type of anything. Mm-hmm. I was just good outside, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Man, by the time I played that first year, your man from down here, Duke Cruz, was my teammate. He came from Tennessee. I go straight into the office and I say, Coach, man, who that lead guy in there? He said, nah, that's your foreman. That's who foreman? That's motherfucker's huge. Yeah, think about it. I was 6'9", 220. I don't know nothing about weights and all that working out. So that summer that I redshirted, I went down to Oklahoma and I worked out with a guy named Tom Burke, training guy, and Mike Kremel, shout out to them. They let me stay at their crib for about a month and a half. I'm gonna say I went from 220, 225 to 260. Did nothing but work on my body. Fast forward, come back to Bowie State. Average 15, 12, and 4.
Oh, you a monster.
Started working out with Duke. Showed me different things. Because in Tennessee and Bowie State, that's 2 different levels. 2 totally different levels. But I kind of started surpassing people like instantly,
Mm-hmm.
quickly. And next thing you know, I was defensive player of the year. I was broke the record for blocks and rebounds in single game, single season. Had a triple-double with blocks. I went from not having not one scout, school, anything, till we come down and play Shaw. I had 22 scouts in the stands.
For HBCU, that's huge.
Then on top of that, I had 22 points, 13 rebounds, and I think 6 blocks in 22 minutes.
Say that again.
Yeah.
22 minutes, you did what?
22 points, I think like 13, 14 rebounds, and like 6 to 8 blocks in 22 minutes. I only played 22 minutes out of the 40.
That's different.
Yeah, so like out of everybody on my team, I'm 6'11", 240. I'm second fastest person behind the point guard. Like, I can outrun anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I can keep up with any guard you put me in front of. Like, it was overwhelming at one point, but I still looked at it like I ain't doing enough.
Mm-hmm.
Now, looking back on it, could I have worked out more? Absolutely. But I didn't. You get what I'm saying? I'm off of raw talent.
Yeah.
Once I got the weight underneath me, you can't move me. Can't force me to do nothing I don't want to do. And I had too much of this. So if I feel like I'm doing it, I'm getting it done.
Mm-hmm.
You or nobody else can stand in front of me if I want to get to that bucket. Either it's going to be a charge or a foul.
One of the two. You going up with me.
I ain't tripping.
Right.
So it was definitely between the 2-3 year span that I just overnight just got super nice.
For sure. And along that process, like that's a lot of adapting.
Yeah, for sure.
And as a student athlete, it's a lot of things that we just thrown into the fire. Either you're going to adapt, adjust, or not, or you're going to sink.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. If you have a goal in mind as a student athlete or a hooper at any level, if you want it bad enough, you're going to do the things that you got to do to get it.
So, not to cut you off,
Mm-hmm.
but by you saying that, they said I didn't have enough exposure. I said, all right, cool. From Baltimore to Virginia, I played in every summer league in between. Every summer league. From the Bronson League, the Goodman League, Watts League, Urban Coalition. No lie, it's been times I had 2-3 games a day, and I played in all of them.
In different places.
Different places. And the next year, no matter where I went, they knew who I was and what I was about. I played in Annapolis at the Wild League. I did all that. It wasn't until we played against KD down the Goodman League. And shout out to Chris Flagger. He's passionate about coaching and play.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like he would hold back from letting me just open up and play. But this particular game, we only had like 6-7 people, so he had to.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, we ain't gonna talk about what KD had. That's something crazy. Yeah,
right.
like 60.
KD is KD.
Yeah, it's like 60. But I had like 40 and 22.
This is against KD?
Yeah, against the team down in Goodman League, Summer League game. So once I did that, KD tweeted about me. But once he tweeted about me, that's when, oh shit, my bad.
You good?
That's when everything opened up.
I bet.
And the scouts and this and then all that started coming into play, paying attention. And that's when a little bit after that, I had them scouts there. So after I left Bowie State, I had 20 NBA workouts.
And what I'm hearing, like, you knew the exposure was your issue. Or that's what they said.
Right.
Some kids, like you said, back to that pride, like, you can't tell them that. And being in the shoes that you were in, specifically at HBCU level, you have to grind 10 times harder to get to the league.
Oh, yeah.
It's a different ball game. And these are things that I feel like some athletes, like, they too good to do.
Right.
I ain't gonna do that. But if you want to go to the league, by any means, you're gonna do whatever you gotta do.
So now that you say that, my mother like, Travis, you got people in these high areas, just ask them. I'm not asking nobody shit, man. These the same people that I play shoulder to shoulder with. If they don't feel like I can make it, because at any given point, people saying like, yo, you should be somewhere. Well, if you're saying I should be somewhere, why don't you put me in a position to help me if you feel like I should be there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to kiss your ass. I'm not going to ask you. I'm going to let my work show for me. I played in Georgetown in their summer league. Their guy right here, sitting right here, John Thompson, sitting in his chair after I play. And now I'm destroying their bigs. I'm destroying. He comes to me probably 2-3 games later because I was kind of consistent back then. He sits me down. He say, big fella, can you be honest with me? I'm like, what you talking about? Yeah, what's up? How long you been locked up? Like, what you mean? How long I been locked up? I said, I ain't been locked up. So how the hell you end up at Bowie State? You should have been way past that. I said, I ain't have nobody coming out. He said, how many years you got left? I said, I got 2. He said, I'm gonna get in contact with you. But by me, if I'd have went to D1, I only had 1 year left. And I wasn't about to do the 1.
Mm-hmm.
But he was about to put me underneath his wing.
It's crazy that he came at you like that.
Yeah, he just knew I was a troubled kid and I had did something and I'd had talent and I'm just trying to get it right.
Because that's usually the story, the stigma that they stick on us.
Absolutely.
And why we didn't go D1 or why we didn't go D2, but they also don't come look for us.
There you go.
In those different areas as well. So when you talk about the things that you had to leave behind to walk the journey that you walked and really take basketball serious, because like you said, you was fighting, you was in that expulsion, suspension, getting in trouble.
Right.
Like a lot of us.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of us. And I know for me, I didn't leave all of that stuff behind until I realized how good I was at basketball.
Right.
That was me. And also women. Sometimes with men, it takes y'all a little longer.
Yeah, it takes a little longer.
You know, they try to tote the line. And we see often, it's still athletes that still try to be 1 foot in the streets, 1 foot on the court. And as we know, it never ends well.
It doesn't, but you got to take it in moderation. So this is my thing. If you got guys that are in the streets that are around you, if they're really for you, nah, bro, you can't take this ride. Nah, like, go ahead, go. You know what I mean? We'll be here when you get back. They will differentiate the two.
Right.
Those are real friends. I had homeboys that I thought was homeboys. Man, hit the weed. I don't smoke. Man, it'll intensify you, you'll focus more. What? I don't smoke. Why are you trying to get me to smoke? You know what I'm saying? So I didn't see it then. I just thought it was, oh, he just trying to get me be cool, man, fuck that. That ain't nothing.
Exactly.
And I had a close homeboy. I got him a scholarship to go to Bowie State with me. That's how bad Bowie State wanted me. And he was better than me in high school. I was with this guy every day. He didn't want to go to workouts. He didn't want to do nothing. After I told him, I'd take you. Come on, you can ride with me. When I seen that, I know that I can't help everybody if they don't want to help themselves. So at the end of the day, if you're willing to want to work, I'll push you in the right direction. I don't even want my name on it. If you want to go do X, Y, Z, and it's me in between to help you get there, I will go holler at them, this their number. Don't even tell them I sent you the call.
That's real.
Yeah, I don't want no accolades. I don't want nothing off of it. Because at the end of the day, I'm the same guy that said I didn't want nothing off of it. Mm-hmm. So why would I put my name on somebody else?
Right.
So that's how I look at stuff like that.
For sure. So along the way, I'm sure you, just coming from the Black community, it's a lot of things that we go through at home.
Right.
That we are forced to mask, that we are forced to act like it's not there.
Right.
Because to be in these positions, these high-level positions as an athlete, as a superstar athlete, as you were,
right,
they don't give you a space to feel that. So talk about some of the things that you went through behind closed doors, that at home, in the community, in the household, with your family.
So me and my brothers were in 2 different households. My sister's 9 years older than me. He's 12 years older than me. Father got killed when I was going to my 9th grade, when I was going into the 9th grade.
Sorry to hear that.
I appreciate it. I was the father child. Like, I'd rather be with my father. You know how most guys would be underneath their mothers? I was that with my father. Me and my mother had a relationship, but it wasn't the typical mama's boy, son, mother relationship. Now, was it terrible? No. Could have been better? Yes.
Right.
But to be in high school and you got 10 or 12 dudes around you and you look up a year or 2 later and you're still in high school and 5 of them died, 4 of them doing drugs, you just left with you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like you've seen so many people go and take that road to go left, it plays with your part of your mental, but you got to say, do I want to go left too? So I have the type mother that she rides for me, but I feel like she could have did more. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I say that, as far as them times I got in trouble and I really didn't do nothing, it's, oh, you did it.
Yeah.
Nah, I really didn't. You get what I'm saying? So it was supportive to the point when I started hooping, she was at every game, every pair of shoes. She started to see it. But until that point, it was kind of rough because we didn't have the best relationship. I'm going from house to house, you get what I'm saying? To the point where I was never homeless, but she up and moved to North Carolina, to Charlotte. I ain't gonna say she up and moved, but she decided after my father passed away. They were divorced,
right?
But she feels like, I don't know if she feels like this, but this is my son. His father's gone. He doesn't need, let's go somewhere else. I'm not going nowhere. I slept on my homeboy's couch for 3 years. Shout out to Earl. I slept on his couch for 3 years. People didn't know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chains, nice clothes, shoes, sleeping on the couch. Driving his car when he come home from work at night, going to the clubs, doing XYZ. He's working every day. My man B Dutch, they're working every day, getting up at 6 a.m. I'm borrowing their car. Bros think it's my Camaro. Whole time it's his. And I tell him, like, nah, this ain't mine, it's my people. So it's sacrifices that other people did to make me move forward.
Right.
And to this day, I do anything for them, like anything. Now, granted, his son plays football. I can't coach football. I can't teach you how to play football. But I can tell somebody, hey, look, they do X, Y, Z.
Right.
Do it that way. So it's plenty of things that happened during that time that I felt like I went through, but I just, like, that much got past it. An extra day of, damn, I'm tired, or I hate this, could have sent me left.
And that was that mindset. Like, you had to have that mindset.
Right.
To not let your current situation define who you are outside of that situation, right? And I feel like this generation of athletes, or just kids, period,
Right.
are different.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Very different. I feel like the things that you've gone through alone, the things that I've gone through, they wouldn't stand a chance.
Hell no.
They wouldn't stand a chance. And
absolutely not.
And it's kind of hard to put things in perspective because they don't get it. They're not going through what we went through. Like, they got it a whole lot easier than we had it. And that's why it's important that we have these conversations and
Right.
we're really completely transparent with them, because they just see the glory. All they see is the
glistening glam, and you taking pictures, you outside in different
you in the league,
cities.
you driving this, you driving that. But that, like you said, behind closed doors, that wasn't even your car.
No, it wasn't.
And those are things that are important that we leave to the next generation of student athletes to know that we all went through something.
Yeah, for sure.
And even now, talk about how those situations have made you who you are as a professional, like, or outside of sports. Because a lot of things that we go through as an athlete, or student athlete rather,
Right.
they mold us into who we become after that.
Right.
Because I personally feel like being a student athlete, or being an athlete, period, going through the ups and downs has prepared me for life. Because everything that I went through behind closed doors,
right,
I could never let it seep over into this.
True.
Ever.
True.
Which has messed me up in some areas too,
right.
if we're being completely honest.
Right.
But it also has prepared me to working with the hard, like, the coach I had was a hard person to get along with.
Right.
I tell people every day, like, playing for the coach that I played for is nobody that I can get along with. Like, dealing with him for 4 years has prepared me to work for anybody, work with anybody, adapt to any situation.
Right.
And that's something I gained from being a student athlete. So talk about some of the skills that you may have unknowingly adapted to that help you post athlete.
So post athlete, some of the things I did, I had to work on my patience. Like, dealing with certain people, my patience is through the roof now. Like people like, how you at work? Man, look, just relax. It's cool. Because think about it. I went from D-League team to D-League team to overseas back through a journey. It didn't happen overnight. So that's how patience came in first. I had twins in 2020. That's when, right before that, it was more so, I do what I want. Now it's, I have to lead because I have 2 children looking up to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to put y'all in the right position to follow the right path.
Mindset.
So now I worked on my patience. Now I have to be an impact father, role model, leader for them. Not only them, but the people that are trying to follow my footsteps and do what I did.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot to transpire in between when you're in the midst of it, because you're living for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think about having kids in 2020. Then twins at that, a boy and a girl. You get what I'm saying? So when that came along, I got to get on the straight and narrow. I got to get everything together.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I still be like, man, I'm me, I'm him, I'm, X, Y, Z. But at this point, I got to be a father first.
First and foremost.
So dealing with the twins that are 3-year-old, that's patience too.
I bet.
You get what I'm saying? So
yeah, 2 of them things.
all that plays a part with learning from the past, because I didn't have no patience. I wanted the quick couple of dollars, the quick this, the quick that. If you are patient enough, you'll get that and then some. If you're focused enough and following the right people that are leaders, because you have to follow somebody to lead. Because if you're just leading yourself, you don't know which way you're going.
Exactly.
So everybody was like, don't be a follower, be a leader. No, don't follow the wrong motherfucker.
Facts.
Follow the person that's doing right and mold yourself and branch off from that. So all that I had to take in consideration later on.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until the babies, the this, the that. So everybody is different. You might catch on 5-10 years ago. I might catch on 5-10 minutes ago.
Right.
But as long as you do it before it's too late, then I feel like it's a good transition to me.
Everybody's timeline is different.
Right.
And everybody's path is different. Everybody's journey is different. And I feel like sports is something that really teaches us that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like from the outside looking in, like you said, I could think that you had the best career ever. That's from my standpoint.
Right.
In your head, you think you didn't do enough. Right.
And you got to think about it. I'd have been to Israel, Italy, Malaysia, Thailand, DR, Germany. I feel like I could have went many more places, made way more money. Everybody, oh, you been to 1,000. That shit don't mean nothing.
Right.
All I got was stamps and a passport, in my eyes.
But I feel like even that process has opened you up to a lot of stuff, because that ball is what took you there.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't have had them passport stamps if it wasn't for that ball, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of student athletes, being in college, it's a lot of states and places that I've been that I would have never been.
I've been to Idaho. No disrespect to Idaho, but I have Sioux Falls.
Right.
Like, come on, bro. I'm not doing none of that.
And these are things, opportunities, experiences that are only allotted to us because it's a round thing that we have. And I preach to athletes all the time. You really got to take advantage of this ball, because the ball can take advantage of you.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And as a student athlete, I know you had league drink. Your mind was in other places.
Absolutely.
So when we come back to being a student athlete, what was that process for you like? But a lot of athletes say that. We're not thinking about school.
At all. I didn't even finish my last semester. When I've seen them 20, 30 scouts in the stands, I see y'all later, I'm gone. Because at the end of the day, I didn't think about the school part. I never wanted to go to school for school.
Because it means
and I'm going to keep it all the way a buck with y'all. If it's 24 classes in a semester, I missed 17 of them. And I still got to be in the class. Did she push me through? Yeah, of course.
Because you were an athlete.
Like, I ain't gonna say I could do what I want on campus, but I could do what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Did I take advantage of it? No. And certain classes, yeah.
I mean, we kind of had to.
I don't like English. So I've always been the person, if I don't like it, I'm not doing it.
Right.
I couldn't have that mindset like today's world. But being a student, it was cool. Being on campus, first time, 1,000 people that first year, don't nobody know who you is, just walking past you. Second and third year, I here, take my lunch card, do this, go get this. Hey, look, man, I got a couple people, X, Y, Z. to the point, we got 2 tickets per play.
I mean, you get...
No lie, swear on everything I love. I at least got 25 tickets per game, or 30. Depending on who we playing. Like one time we played, was it Virginia State or Virginia Union? I had about 50 tickets at the door. It was a TV game. So I did everything to stay on the right path in school. Certain classes I didn't go to. That English class I was not going to. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to lie. But I paid for that later. You get what I'm saying? Instead of just asking for help, instead of just not going, would have been better to do.
When you say you paid for that, what do you mean? When
I say I paid for that, what I'm doing right now, when I go to talk to people and enunciate and use the proper words and sounded like a damn fool when I started talking to people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with communication. It's using the proper words in a sentence.
Right.
Grammar correct.
Placement. Yeah.
So it came into place. All right, cool. You didn't think about it before, but now you're like, shit, I'm sounding dumb as hell.
Yeah.
And that's when I started taking it a little bit more serious after that.
And you said something about not taking advantage of your status.
Right.
That's important because everything is about relationships.
Absolutely.
And I can relate to that, like at Hampton University, because we was a championship team. It's been times that I came in class like, yo, it's my last day class. I ain't coming back for the rest of the semester. It was all right with it. Like, all right, keep winning games, keep double-doubling, like whatever. But once again, I didn't take advantage of that.
Right.
I still did my work.
Right.
I just didn't go to class.
Right.
And now we have student athletes that will very much take advantage of it in the wrong way.
Yeah, for sure.
And everything, like I said, everything's about relationships. And those things that I'm pretty sure you being a good person is what will open those doors for you.
Super humble. Like, I don't care about everybody. To me is on the same level.
And talk about the importance of that because we don't have those conversations enough for people to see. So like me, once again, from the outside looking in, just like, oh, he think he this, he think he that. He got 50 tickets, I got 2. But you being humble and you being who you are is what allotted those opportunities for you. And student athletes, I see they take advantage of it.
Right.
Like, I know I could do this. I know I could do anything and not get in trouble.
Right.
But it's going to be the right one.
Right.
The right situation.
So to piggyback off that, like certain guys like, man, I need an extra ticket. Bro, when they come in, tell them, say my name. Because I got the people at the door. I used to use code words for a game. Like if somebody come to them, come to the shorty to the far left, say, just say number 4, because that was my jersey number. Oh, you would try. You get what I'm saying? So I would tell a teammate, hey, look, just tell him come in and say number 4. Like, I'm never that. I just told you I was on my homeboy couch for 3 years. Who am I to look down on somebody else?
Right.
And at the end of the day, you never know what somebody else is going through when they leave you. So me just chilling with you, laughing with you, talking to you, probably brightened your day. You probably had suicide thoughts this morning. Who knows? I don't know that. But at the same time, you bleed just like I bleed. You're human just like I'm human. So why am I going to treat you like a dog?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's a guy right now. He wasn't all that in hooping. He wasn't all this and all that. I look up, I'm walking through the courthouse one day trying to get my child support and stuff all together. He was a lawyer. Trav, if you need me, here's my card. Damn, so what if I had to shit it on him? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I got 50-50 joint legal custody.
Yeah.
So it's definitely levels to everything. And I'm so appreciative of everybody because you can learn something from anybody.
Literally. No matter where they are.
Right. So I just appreciate everybody. I'm super humble. I'm not better than nobody. If I can't do it, I'm going to try to help you. Or if you can't do it, try to help me. Because I'm going to ask for help. Hey, bro, what's up?
I'm glad you said that. A lot of us sometimes have too much pride to ask for help.
I'm asking. Because that one little inch of help could be 6 miles of greatness. All because you said, hey, bro, can you open that door for me? Right. I can't reach it.
Right. And a lot of these relationships are given to us because of what we play.
Yeah, for sure.
And as soon as you put that ball down, you may not have these people around.
I am so sorry. I don't know who keeps calling me, but it's my sister.
A lot of those opportunities, a lot of those resources will stop.
Right.
as soon as you put the ball down.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I encourage athletes, especially the ones that are at big schools, like these big PWIs, no matter where you're at, to be honest with you.
Right.
But you got to really take advantage of these resources while you still have them.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to always be there.
No, not at all. And a part of me wishes I said something to KD, Mike Beasley, all them. Hey, look, man, can you X, Y, Z? No. Like, after this day, I still feel somewhat how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what it was. There's no way that I was doing what I was doing fresh out of a JUCO and nobody know who I was. That's crazy. Once I look back on it, that's crazy. To the point, I went to Portsmouth down here, the little whatever y'all got.
Bro,
Dude thought I was already in college. I was just coming out of high school. A scout was like, I can get you $300,000 overseas right now. Stefan was like, oh, he ain't even played 1 year in college yet. You know me, damn college, give me that 300.
Right.
He said, why you want the crumbs if you can get the whole loaf? So that's been my mindset where I keep saying, like, I felt like I didn't do as much because there's way more I could have got out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I'm like, you know what? At this point of my life, if you want to get there, I'll help you. Here's this people, here's that people, X, Y, Z. I just tell them I called. I gave you the number, call them. That's it.
We all need this type of people on our team.
Yeah, so, like, even when I was at Bowie State, guys ain't have haircuts. I have a barber right now. I took every last one of them players to his shop. He'll stay in the shop till 2, 3 in the morning. Hey, because I'm on the way. He would cut everybody for free.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody like, man, it was a TV game tomorrow. We ain't got no cut. Man, come on. He'll cut everybody. And I'll fuck around with him. Yeah, look, that cut was on me. Y'all niggas got to show up tomorrow,
exactly,
X, Y, Z.
Right.
The whole time, I didn't care. Y'all want to look good? Go ahead. I'm going to have me a cut.
For sure.
So why not? I'm going right there. I'm coming right back to the school. Y'all, come on.
It's that easy.
If it's there and I know I can do it, why not?
Right. Right. So talking about your professional stints, plural.
Right.
Let's talk about the ups and downs of that.
So it's frustrating because when you're in the D League, right, they send people down from the actual main team. So I was like in Oklahoma City. They had the Tulsa 66ers. They'll sit down, Perry Jones, Jeremy Lamb, DeAndre Liggins, Daniel Orton. I'm like, bro, why are you sitting down with the whole fives? Couldn't play, sitting back. Not doing nothing. Because they have to play 40-some minutes a game. They'll be down for half of the season. When we fly, they sit in first class. We in the back bunched up. Because they had to get the same treatment as if they're still with the team.
Right.
So, boom. I go from there to the Lakers. They traded me on a D League level. I go there. I play. This is when I figure out it's all about systems.
Business.
Boom. So I get there. I'm not playing as much. Guy gets hurt. I wind up starting. They look, it's numbers up there. They do stats and numbers about everything. So we play 50 games. Well, the games Trav started, we always started up and won. The games where he came off the bench, we were down and we fought back.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start him and see how it goes. From like game 34 to 50, we won. All because we were up in the first half.
Because you were starting.
The energy level from me and the other big was two different styles. He could shoot, he could stretch the floor out. I can outrun everybody. I'm getting blocks. I'm getting steals, deflections.
Mm-hmm.
I was one of them type players. I wasn't a big scorer, but could I score? Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you got them people in front of you, and I was the person, coach, he's some shit. Oh, it's not us. It's upstairs. It's this. Well, bring them niggas downstairs then. Let's talk. Let's sit at the round table. Because at the end of the day, these ain't the only people that's got a family to feed.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So, all right, cool. Y'all want to do that? I'll go overseas. I went overseas. I went to Israel. Played there, averaged 16 and 15. No, excuse me, I'm lying. Averaged about 12 and 10. They released me. See, people don't talk about being released and doing all that other stuff.
That's why we're here to talk about it.
Yeah. So they released me.
Averaging a double-double.
Winning. We want you to be like KD.
That's what they told you?
My name is Travis. My name ain't KD. My name ain't Anthony Davis. Like, I'm Trav. So boom, they released me. I come home. I go back to the D League. Now I'm starting. Manny Harris used to play for Cleveland. He's on the team. Sean Williams went to Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the team. Terrence Williams went to Louisville to play for the Kings. He's on the team.
Stat.
I'm starting playing alongside of them. And y'all telling me I can't play nowhere? Y'all kiss my ass.
Make it make sense.
Then went to the playoffs and finals in the D League. They invited me to the Summer League. I played 5 minutes. I had 5 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 blocks. Man, who is this kid? This the same dude that I've been, that I'm keep telling y'all. You keep putting these bum ass niggas around me.
Improving to y'all. It's on paper. Stats,
right.
Stats is stats.
So, boom, we sit there. So, these are what the scouts saying now. I had switched agents. I forgot this dude's name. He was a Jewish agent. The scout says, just average 10 rebounds for 10 games. Cool, say less. I can do 10. I go in the locker room, bring all my guards together. You know how they, at XYZ, they want to be big guards, grab rebound.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, if one of y'all grab a rebound and I'm right there, you got to see me. When this game is over, you're going to see me. I promise you.
For sure.
Man, I averaged probably like 12 to 13 rebounds in them 10 games. I didn't even care about a point. Damn, a point, a block, you just say get a rebound.
Clean it up.
Got rebounds. So shout out to Arenze that went to Syracuse. He was in the D League at the time too. So the Knicks was going back and forth between me and him.
Mm-hmm.
He said, just get the 10 rebounds. Cool. Towards the end of the 10-game stint, it got the 11-game, 12-game. My agent ain't hear nothing. Probably about the 14th game. I'm not saying them. I'm keeping it going.
Mm-hmm.
I see what's at the end of the tunnel. Arenze winds up getting caught up by the Timberwolves. Oh, shit, ain't nobody left but me then. You feel me?
Right.
He gets on the phone. You say you was going to call him up in 10 days. You was whoopity-whoop, Never heard nothing else from the Knicks.
Politics.
Never heard nothing else from him. My agent cussed whoever he was talking to out. Didn't have shit else to him.
So when you figured out that it's a business, how did you adapt? How do you adjust? Because that's can be a heartbreaking truth.
Right.
It can be very heartbreaking when you grind and you're doing everything you're supposed to do, going above and beyond the stats. And I'm averaging double-double, and I'm still not good enough.
Right. It's definitely heartbreaking because, to me, I'll come to you. What you want me to do? We want you to rebound. Bet. I got the rebounds. You don't score enough. Cool. Give me the rock. All right, cool. You don't give me the rock? I get it off the board. I'm the type, I will grab it off the board and take it down the court myself. Well, why didn't you pass it up? Why not? Did I get a bucket? Did I get stripped? Oh, all right. It's a good fast break point. Ain't no playing fast break.
Exactly.
So, boom, we go there. Then it goes to, oh, you went to Bowie State. They didn't play nobody. You was 7 foot. You only averaged 15. I broke the record for blocks each year. I had 103 the first year, I had 106 the second, and 105 the third. I was defensive player of the year 3 years in a row.
You did everything you're supposed to do.
I did everything.
Above and beyond.
So what are you saying? To the point, we go somewhere, I was playing somewhere, and LeBron was right there. Man, who was that? Who was this? Who was that? That's how I got my workout with Cleveland. He was there. I ain't gonna say it was from him, but he said something because somebody came back and said something to me. Because they called a coach from my high school that we used to play against.
Yeah.
He had a connect somewhere. They called him asking about me. So when they did all this, I'm like, oh, it's that. But the first thing they said was, you didn't go to a D1 school. I say, you could put me in front of any D1 guy and I'm going to do the same thing. Prime example, your man down here that went to Norfolk, Kyle Quinn?
Uh-huh.
They were talking about us neck and neck. There was a year they had it was supposed to be an all-star game or something, but it got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
That's all in the paper. Down here and up there, me and him. What did he do? He went to the league. Played. Where was he at? D1 school. And in my eyes, he couldn't do shit with me. And I don't give a damn who you are. I will tell you, and you can ask anybody that knows or seen me play, you've never seen somebody just fuck me up. You've never seen somebody dominate me. Now, you might have got a bucket. You might have got 2 buckets. But you can't say, man, he was fucking Trav up. Never. And to this day, I will stand. We can have a conversation with anybody. There has not been a nigga that's been 6'8" and above to say they fucked Trav up or dominated Trav.
Never happened.
I put that on my father. And I continuously stand on that.
Never happened.
And it ain't about talking shit. It ain't about trying to degrade or put someone else down.
That's knowing your worth, knowing your confidence. I mean, that's just, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that at all. And as Black and brown individuals, they try to pin that on us.
Yeah.
Like I know my worth.
For sure.
I know my talents. I know what I could do. And back to D1, D2. I tell kids all the time, it don't matter where you come from.
Absolutely.
You can is it gonna be harder? Yeah. But even the comparison to Kyle Quinn, D1, D2, but y'all was still at HBCUs.
Exactly. That's what it was, HBCU All-Star Classic.
Yeah. And it's politics at each level.
Yeah.
It's messed up at each level. That's why I have these conversations, because these are things you don't know. These are things you don't see.
Absolutely.
We just see the glory. We just see that he went deep to the league, but it's a whole different type of grind.
Right.
As you said, you did everything you're supposed to do at Bowie State.
Absolutely.
And they still try to say you want enough. Even in the league was what I'm hearing. You did everything you're supposed to do. They say get 10 boards for 10 games. You went above and beyond. You still ain't heard nothing back. But what kept you going? What kept you pushing?
What kept me pushing is I got too much heart. Like, I got too much of, pretty much, you got me fucked up. Pretty much. That's it. That's pretty much what it is. I've never been the type for somebody to just say, oh, no, you ain't do it, and I know I ain't do it. If you say I ain't do it, it's because you just making up something and don't want me to do it. But I know I did everything you asked.
Right.
That's me. But to be right there and to see it, was it heartbroken? Was I heartbroken? Yeah. Was I discouraged? Yeah. But did it stop? Hell no. Went overseas again. Yeah. Kept doing it. Guess what? Got released again because I didn't shoot threes.
So what you do next season?
So I broke my foot, actually. Broke my foot. They wanted to bring me back. I said, all right, cool. They was giving me like $9,000 a month. I said, all right, cool. Since I broke my foot, I'm not going to ask for an increase. I'll stay at the $9,000 for this season.
Just this season.
Just this season. I let y'all down last season. Just this when I was in Thailand. Nah, we'll give you 4. Or what? 4,000? I said, I can make that here. I said, all right, cool. So this is what I did. I'll take the 4. If I average the same numbers, you got to back pay me for the 9. No. I'll let y'all.
Was that the end for you?
That was the end. And this is no disrespect to the people that's going overseas and that's are playing right now. But you little niggas got to stop taking this $1,000 a month just to say you playing overseas.
Talk to him. That's the reason I ain't go. I'm looking at them numbers like, you want me to do what? I make more than that now.
Listen.
Sitting here.
You telling me I'm going overseas for $2,500 a month. all to say you played overseas?
Just for the status.
Man,
you miserable.
Get the hell out of my face. Hey, listen, bro. $2,500 for a month?
You do that, sitting in the office.
You must live with your mother. You probably only got a cell phone bill.
Can't.
Because you can't have nothing else. My man Manny Harris put on the NBA jersey and went overseas. They was giving that man 65 bands a month. Not to put your business out there, but that's what I look forward to.
Right.
When I heard that and I seen that, that's what I was reaching. I'm trying to go for shit like that. Henry Sims, went to China for three months, got 800,000. Them the numbers I'm looking for.
Right.
Yeah, did they put on an NBA jersey? Absolutely. But did I stand out with them? Yes. So politics as usual.
Mm-hmm.
But you young niggas know your worth, bro. Anytime you going somewhere on a 10-hour flight, you're going to be the only American there, if not one other American, that you've never met before that might be the weird as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bro. You want to take $2,000? Because once practice is over, it's just you. They don't know that.
And those are all things that play a part in that price. You got to factor that in. Because at the end of the day, they want you.
Right.
And if we don't speak up and we don't have these conversations to know what to ask for, we going over there for a band a month.
Exactly.
Or $2,500 a month. And I'm glad you're being transparent with those numbers, because now somebody overseas is probably making $1,700 a month, and you putting your body on the line. 3
practices a day. 2 days.
Your mental health on the line, your emotional health. You could have kids that you leaving back. You could have a family that you leaving back. And you doing all this just to chase a ball in a dream with hopes that it would turn into, but it don't always happen.
I got 2 kids, and I'm going overseas for $2,000 a month. They eat $2,000 worth of shit a month. Like, come on, bro. That shit is ridiculous. No disrespect to y'all. Y'all do what y'all want. I'm just the one that's tell you.
And they need that. Like that's transparent. That's the transparency that the podcast is about. That's why we want to have these conversations, because we see overseas ball, we see this, and it comes with a lot just to be over there, just to even commit to some stuff like that.
And it's crazy because numerous scouts told me I would have been in the league. I got caught in the transition, bro, of that Katie, Anthony Davis, and all that stretch the floor type of deal. I went to school, I graduated 2005. I didn't go to Bowie State until 2008, 2009. So 2012, when I left, if you notice, that was the transitioning of the big guards.
Yeah.
My back was to the back. Could I dribble here and there? Yeah. But was I Kyrie? Hell no.
That was that era.
So that's the only reason that I didn't make it. Well, we need you to stretch the floor. I'm not a stretch the floor type of guy. I can hit a bank shot from 15 off both sides, elbow.
Mm-hmm.
But if you think I'm coming down to in and out, long cross and pull up 3, I'm not doing it.
Right.
And I'm honest with myself to not try to do it.
Exactly.
So that's what that was. But to go overseas and do that, you can cancel Christmas.
So talk about the transition to life after sport.
So I'm going to be real with you. This might be the first time that I ever sat down after hooping since 2018 that I talked about sports.
I'm honored.
Like, I don't talk about what I did. If someone comes up to me and asks me, cool. Or, hey, he used to do X, Y, Z, I don't talk about that shit.
I'm honored.
Because I don't live in the past. I got 2 kids.
You got other things to look forward to.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing them.
Right.
I look forward to the times they come get on my nerves and jump on me. That's what I look forward to now.
Right.
I get up, do what I got to do as far as helping my people out with their companies, getting a couple of dollars for them.
Right. And a lot of student athletes, or athletes rather, struggle with leaving the past in the past.
Yeah.
And that's why we see the mental health issues. We see the ABs. We see, because those are all things that accumulated while you was an athlete that you never dealt with. One, you never dealt with, or you can't leave it alone.
Right.
Everybody has a timeline when it comes to this ball, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, gymnastics, whatever you're doing, everybody got a timeline, and you never know when that day is going to come.
Oh, absolutely. And that makes perfect sense. You're absolutely right. And I sit there and I don't think about that shit at all. Like, even when I'm watching basketball, hey, Trav, what would you have did? I don't know. I ain't on the court.
For sure. I'm the same way. It's crazy because I don't even go to the game sometimes. Because it's like, I feel like I'm trying to live in living in a season of my life that's done. I closed that door already. Like, what am I don't get no thrill out of that. I did what I was supposed to do for the game in my eyes. And I'm grateful to have a career in sports now to give it back. You know, like you said, to be in these positions. If you want to do what I did, I'll show you how to do it. Right. I'll tell you the steps to take. And I'll show you how to navigate these systems. But as far as like leaving the past where it is, it's a blessing in that too.
Yeah.
Because if you keep trying to live in yesterday, you're going to mess up tomorrow.
That's 100% true. Coach be like, Trav, come talk to the kids. They're soft. I can't teach hard. I can't teach toughness. If they ain't got it, they ain't got it.
Right.
Now, if you want me to come talk to them, I'm going to keep it real and uncut with them.
That's what they need.
Cool. But these are the same kids that's crying. Well, he said, prime example, the year after me, I left Bowie State. I come back, I'm playing. The little boy or whoever the dude was went and told his mother that the coach told him shut the fuck up.
I heard way worse.
Like,
way worse.
This dude done threw TVs. He done took them out of his mouth and threw it at players. Like, I done seen him do everything. And you went and told your mother because he told you shut the fuck up. Coach, I want to play. And he said, I want you shut the fuck up. When I'm talking, just listen. He went and told his mother. I said, Coach, I can't talk to that. What the hell I'm going to say to that?
And these kids probably going to transfer portal for that same reason.
Absolutely. And think the grass is greener and go over there and do this, what I'm doing right now.
And ain't no green over there.
It's just, if you want me to, I'll do it. I'm going to continue to say that. But I'm giving it to you raw and uncut. I'm letting you know it's not going to go the way you think it's going to go. Mm-hmm. If you really think that you're going to up and leave here and you're just going to go somewhere else and play 40 minutes a game and average this, you're out your fucking mind.
It's never going to happen like that.
It ain't going to happen half the way you think it's going to happen. Because even just trying to transfer is going to be the hardest part. Mm-hmm. This credit ain't go, that ain't go. Mm-hmm. Let me see, I get there, the coach get fired, then what?
And now you behind. You got 3 more years of school to do. You thought you only had 2. Mm-hmm. The coach don't play you. And the coach leave, ain't no telling that new coach gonna let you play or even stay on the team. He might release as soon as you get there.
I got my 8 coming in. Damn, how many you keeping? 12, 15? Damn.
Do the math.
Shit.
Where I fall in at.
That's what I'm saying. So, granted, I never had to transfer. Should I? It was 1 year. Like I told you, I had 2.5 years. Mm-hmm. To this day, I feel some type of way about this. This is the only thing I feel some type of way about. I told him, Coach, just let me redshirt this year instead of playing this half a season. Mm-hmm. No, this the one, this. We went undefeated at home and doing all this other shit. That's cool. The very next year, they won a championship. The very next year. Which, I'm not tripping. Yeah,
everything happened for a reason.
Yeah, they keep talking about ring this, ring that, ring this. Y'all got a ring. The record was trashed. Mm-hmm. You ain't play the same people. Mm-hmm. And I broke 3 records. And they're nominating me for the Hall of Fame.
I mean, it still sounds like you still won. You still did what you were supposed to do.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, I don't give a damn. I'll be all right.
For sure.
Yeah.
So finally, as I said before, Sport Exposure is all about exposing experiences, exposing journeys, exposing our story. Right. So when we talk about the current student athletes, what is it that you wish somebody would have told you? What is it that you want to expose to the next student athletes coming up?
Stay your ass in them classrooms first. That's first.
Please.
Don't do what I did. Go to class. Because it's a lot easier being there than not being there. That's 1. 2, if you have something that you're good at, perfect it. It takes one thing that you do perfect to get you where you need to be.
Just 1.
It's a lot of people out here trying to score, trying to rebound, trying to steal. Focus on one thing. Football, basketball, tennis, badminton, whatever the hell you do. Focus on one thing that you're good at and stick with it. Do not never let a soul tell you you can't do shit. If you feel like you can be the president, go be the president, bro.
And especially with all these resources. It's nothing that you can't do.
Everything on YouTube.
YouTube, Google. We got AI, Chat
Like,
GBT. Like,
come
look it
on,
up,
bro.
figure it out.
It's all about how far you want to go. Because I could have went way further, but it was me. I said that earlier.
Mhm.
I could have worked out more. I could have did certain things more. I told you I was a defender. What if I had really worked on my offensive game? You know what I'm saying?
Be a different story.
And I was still averaging 15 and 16, and I'm doing it. Scoring 30, 40-point games. Imagine if I worked on my offense.
Been a whole different player.
So what I tell them is just, to be honest, colleges are scams. That's to me.
That's the hard truth. It is. But we got to use it for what? Find a way to use it.
Yeah.
Especially as an athlete. If you're getting it for free, you might as well be here and do something with it.
Scam or not.
Right.
If you can learn something from it, do it. I'm telling you, do it. But all that financial aid and this and that, it's all for them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what you get out of it is on you. So that's what I tell people all the time. That's a scam. They getting over. Well, won't you get over and get something from it too?
That's why we're here telling these stories.
You get what I'm saying?
It got to be a two-way street.
So if they're getting the bread, you get the knowledge. Because once you get that knowledge, you could take that and flip it and use them to help you.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that's all I got to say to the youngest, man. Just stay focused and stay out them streets. Them joints is treacherous, man.
Emphasis. Please stay out the streets.
It is treacherous.
It's different now.
When I tell you I lost 1 million homeboys and friends, male and female.
As we said, they ain't playing fair.
They're not playing fair. It's not like back in the day where the big homie know you hoop, hey, go get some shoes, get up out of it. They not doing that.
They gonna take you because you the homie that hoop.
Exactly.
Right.
That's really my input and output.
Well, thank you so much for your story.
Oh, yeah,
thank
absolutely.
you so much for your time. I'm honored that you felt comfortable enough to have these conversations. As you say, you haven't had a conversation since playing basketball. And like I said, this is really a safe space for athletes to have those stories because it's not too many people that ask these questions. Because once you're done, you're done. They don't care about you.
Yeah.
So that's why we're here.
A lot of people don't answer them honestly either, but that's neither here nor there.
That's why we're here. I appreciate you.
Not a problem.
Catch us on the next episode, y'all.